When I was a kid, I was into the Jets, and then I got into girls as I got older. And then I got back into the Jets because I realized there's times when a girl won't you, but the Jets will always you.
In the past 52 years since they won Super Bowl III in 1969, the New York Jets fan base has been fucked in the myriad of ways by their team. From the butt fumble to the fake spike, very few fan bases in professional sports have suffered more than Jets fans. Every year they get the same promises every year from ownership that things will be different and the culture will change, but the culture always remains the same. The coaches and players have come and gone, but the problem still remains. This is why the Johnsons need to step down or be forced out by Jets fans for the good of our organization. Here are steps fans need to take in order to make that possible. For a franchise that has had a calamitous history like the New York Jets, last Sunday's 54-13 humiliation might be one of its most calamitous. Yes, we could blame the usual suspects. Robert Saleh didn't have his team prepared. Zach Wilson looked terrible again. Yada, yada, yada. And they all deserve their share of blame. But the one who's most responsible for this, the one who's responsible for the culture that this team has, is Woody Johnson. Woody Johnson was at the NFL owners meeting where he spoke to the press and delivered this gem, saying, "I have unwavering, steadfast confidence in Joe, Robert, and the coaching staff. I've been around for going on 22 years with my absence that I had recently, and this is a good group, so we will get it right." Sounds familiar, Jets fan? Let me refresh your memory.
I have confidence in Todd Bowles. We went through a pretty exhaustive search, and the search, the 10-day search, and going through that process with Ron and Charlie and Neil and some other guys here. I have the same feeling about him. Very, very smart. Have played the game, understand it from the player standpoint.
And the idiocy is not just limited to Woody Johnson. Check out Chris Johnson's quote about Adam Gase.
Adam has the trust of this team. He has the trust of Sam. He has Joe's trust. He has my trust. He's a good man. He's a good coach.
Do you see that there's an obvious pattern going on around here? That both the Johnsons have no clue what they're doing. And this whole thing with putting a smiley face on top of a turd that a lot of corporations, including the Jets, are doing, that they just deny reality and just keep putting on this smiling face, is an insult to the fans. And it's clearly embarrassing and it's pathetic. But yet the Johnsons keep spewing the same bullshit every single time. That, oh, things are going to get better. I have total confidence. And meanwhile, the same results remain. That's why I think the Johnsons need to step down. And I know what some of you are going to say, oh, that's impossible. He'll never give up control of the team, that he has too much power and he likes it that way. Well, that doesn't mean shit when his team is pretty much worthless. When people won't go to his games, that they won't support this garbage that they're being fed week in and week out from their coaching staff. And I don't see any of it changing. It's gonna be the same old bullshit every single time from the Johnsons, and nothing's gonna change until they're forced out. And there has to be a serious boycott. There's been boycotts talked about before, but none has really seriously come to pass. And there needs to be a boycott to send a message to the Johnsons. The Johnsons can't even run their own business correctly with the amount of lawsuits and bad press that's out there, and it's well deserved. That's why I say for the Jets to really move forward and be a competitive team, that the Johnsons have to go. And it has to start with serious boycotts and after that pickets, because the only way they'll listen is if their bottom line is hurting and from empty seats. And that's what needs to happen, is to make the Jets a worthless product so they can be forced to sell the team and to get it into proper hands of people who have a clue of what's going on and actually have a serious plan and will not bullshit the fans at every turn. Please leave your comments below. I am definitely interested in what you and the rest of Jets Nation have to say. And please subscribe, because you're going to get a lot more of these videos coming forward. And thank you for listening.